Going live. It says we are live. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, October 20th, 2015, and you are on Lunch with Len. And I got to tell you, we got a tremendous amount of material to cover. Anybody ever watched Smokey and the Bandit? We got a long ways to go and a short time to get there. So I'm going to take off here, moving pretty fast. Here's the deal: we're still continuing to vaguely follow the outline of the social media blueprint course that Terry Grimal put out. And we are on module 5, create a raving fan base. But I've taken a lot of liberty with Terry's material. And so what you're really going to see today sort of vaguely follows his outline, but it doesn't necessarily completely follow his material. And I'll try to point out where I'm differing from what Terry's doing. But nevertheless, I think you're going to find what we do today is a very comprehensive look at how to use a Facebook fan page effectively. And I know for some of you, some of this material is going to be old. I hope for all of you, some of it's going to be new, or maybe it's just going to be one heck of a good refresher. Because, and I got to tell you, in all honesty, I always need a little refresher myself. So let's just jump in and get started. Most of what we do today is going to be live. We're going to be on Facebook, and we're going to be plowing through a lot of stuff. I've got Chris over here to keep me honest. You all know how that works, so that I can be sure that you're really seeing and hearing me. If you have any questions, throw them up in the chat. Let us know what you've got. We do have a new person on today. I'd like to personally welcome Dennis. Dennis, I don't know you, but welcome aboard, buddy. Glad to have you. Glad to have you join us. I hope you're going to find that we have a really a small but really viable community of people here who are all working together to make our goals. So, having said that, jump right in and be part of this, Dennis. I'm going to go to screen share, and I'm going to share the entire screen. And there we go. We're on screen share, and we are on Facebook. Chris, are we on Facebook? Chris, you can see everything?
Yes, we are.
Okay, you can see everything. So, folks, let's start at the very beginning of fan pages. Let me just talk for a brief moment. Why a fan page? Do I need a fan page? And this is material we've covered so many times in the past that I'm not going to belabor it here today. Just very briefly, yes, you need a fan page. Why? Because Facebook explicitly states in their terms and conditions that you shall not do business on your personal page. This is my personal page. And if I were to conduct business on this page sooner or later, they're not going to like me and they're going to shut me down. That's the way Facebook is. So if you're going to conduct business on Facebook, you need a fan page. Now, you might say to me, people, other mentors, other teachers like, and I'll specifically pick Terry and Felicia. Felicia and Terry do a lot off their personal page, but they don't really do any business off their personal page. If you follow what they do, they use their personal page to make friends and be social. They don't do business. They don't advertise for business opportunities or anything like that. So let's very briefly review. If I don't have a fan page, how do I create one? I have done full modules on how to create a fan page, so I am not going to create a fan page here. If you have a problem doing that, you need to know how to do it, ask me. I can send you to a couple of complete trainings on fan page creation. But basically, all you got to do is see this little down arrow up here on the side. All you got to do is go here and go create page, and Facebook is going to take you to this page for your fan page creation. Now, I'm going to jump right down to what kind of a fan page are we going to create. You're going to come right down here, and you're going to pick, you are either you can pick entrepreneur. Some people pick entrepreneur. Some people pick public figure, but you're going to pick one of these things. And why are you going to do that? Let's just look at this very briefly. Are you a local business or a place? Unless you've got a hot dog stand, you're not a local business. Are you a company, organization, or institution? No. Are you Bank of America? No. Are you a brand or product? Probably not. You probably represent a brand or a product, but you're not a brand or a product. Are you an entertainer? Well, maybe you are, and if you are, that's fine. Are you a cause, or do you want a community page? This is a vague area, and we may come back, if we have time today, come back to the idea of community pages. But nevertheless, for most of us, You're going to be a public figure. You're going to hit get started, and that's the end of the deal. I am not going to hit get started because I don't want to create a new fan page today. We've done this enough times. We don't need to do it. So let me just go backwards. Once we've got our fan page created, I'm going to go now to my fan page. Once we've got our fan page created, then we're going to go ahead and fix our fan page to make it do what we want it to do. And the first thing we're going to do is upload a profile picture. Your profile picture wants to be a picture of you. It does not want to be a picture of your cat, your dog, your grandchildren, your house, your car, your flower garden, or anything else. It wants to be a picture of you. Why? Because you are building a business. You want people to recognize you. You are building a fan base. It's not a fan base for your grandchildren. Your grandchildren are beautiful. They're cute. I'm sure you love them, but their place is not in your profile picture on your fan page. And it's really not in your profile picture on your personal page either if you're building a business. You want to keep it pictures of you. You can have pictures of your grandchildren up there, but not in your profile picture. The other thing that you want is you want a nice cover photo. And let's talk about what goes in the cover photo. Here we want to brand ourselves. I'm not going to tell you, I am not going to defend this cover photo as being the best in the West. There are other things that I could do that would be potentially a little bit better. But here are the key features. First off, it says my name, Len Mooney, business person. Now that's what we chose on that last page where we were at a minute ago, where we created our page. We got our name up there. We want people to know who we are. Okay. We do not have the name of our company that we represent. A lot of you know that I represent, one of the companies I represent is World Ventures, for example. You don't see World Ventures anywhere on this page. Couldn't find it if your life depended on it. You don't want it here. Why don't you want it here? You want to attract people to you. The minute you put the name of your company that you're representing up here, then they're going to go out to Google and they're going to Google the name of the company and they're going to find all the negative reports about it and decide they're not interested. You want to attract people to you. The next thing you want, and we're going to talk a little bit later about tagline, helping you succeed. And again, I'm not going to defend this tagline. It's probably a little bit vague. And when we talk a little later about the details of how to create what should be in the tagline, I'll tell you why I think I should go ahead and change mine, and I probably am. Notice I've got my personal website up here, lenmooney.com. Once again, why? Because I want to attract people to me. We're building a fan base for me, and we want to give them something of value and someplace to go. Now, as far as my picture itself, it's a picture, it happens to be Kirkwood Meadows where I go skiing. I'm a personal big advocate of outdoors lifestyle, and I do a lot of promotion of lifestyle stuff and things like join us and we'll teach you how to get the lifestyle you want. And that's where that sort of comes from. Once again, I'm not going to tell you it's the best in the West. I'm just going to tell you that that's what I've chosen to do right now. And this photo actually seems to attract people. People like it. And I've run some tests with different pictures. Now, let's talk about another big pieces of your fan page that are hugely important to you attracting the right kind of people. You have a little box here. When you first form your fan page, there's a little box here that I don't remember what it says, but it says call to action. And what you want to have here is, if you can pull it off at all, you want a video. And this is a short little video, and it says watch video. And I'm not going to play the whole thing for you, but I am going to click on it right now. And when I go to the link, what comes up here is,
good morning, my friends.
it's a lifestyle, basically a lifestyle video. It's an introductory video. The name of the video is Who is Len Mooney and what do I stand for? You notice it's only a minute and a half long, or 1.5 minutes long. It's almost 2 minutes long, but it's short. That's the important thing. And the end of the video, if I can click all the way to the end of the video has a powerful call to action. Once again, the call to action is to go visit my website and connect with me, to learn more about me, etc. Now, why is that? We've talked in the past about your website, your blog being the hub of everything you do. So you want to drive people to your website so that they can get to know you, connect with you, become friends with you, get to know, like, and trust you. So this is one way to do that, to have a video about who you are, what you stand for. Notice, this was not a World Ventures video. It was not a send out cards video. It was not a XYZ company video. You don't want to send people to your company. You want to send them to you. Very important as you build your fan base to keep it focused on you and what service and value you provide. And I'm just going to go off a little bit on this tangent. We've talked about it before. I want to say it again. You don't want to brand yourself associated with any company, because your company might go out of business next week, next month, next year, and you'll be stuck. You want to build a base of people who like you and what you stand for, so that you can switch horses in midstream if you have to, and take your fans with you. Now, the next thing I want to point out to you is under the More tab, there's a section of videos. If you don't have any videos up on your fan page, get some up there. If you haven't done videos yet, start. You can't learn to swim if you don't jump in the swimming pool. And you can't learn to do videos if you don't do videos. So start doing videos, post videos to your fan page. And once you have some videos, you can select a video to be your featured video. Now, again, I'm not going to defend this. Somebody could say, well, I could do something better, something different. This is what I've chosen. I happen to personally like it. I hope my fans do too. It's another one of my lifestyle videos. I'm going to hit the play button just for a second here, and then I'll stop it. You've seen this before. It starts out with a very compelling, just gorgeous view of a sunrise on the Colorado River, and then it talks about lifestyle. And what I say in that video, and you're all welcome, of course, to go watch it. I'm not going to play it for you sitting here right now, but it talks about, hey, I like to do outdoors things. I like to backpack, camp, hike, ski, da-da-da. You might like to do something different. What are the things that you like to do in your life? Let's sort that out together. Get in touch with me. Let me help you build the lifestyle of your dreams. So again, by using these features that Facebook gives us, we have ways to connect with people that we've never had before. And once again, for those of you who know me know that I'm a big proponent of using social media socially. Again, we're not hanging up links. You don't see links to the businesses that I represent or anything like that. What we're doing is we're building a base of people who want to do the things we want to do, go the places we want to go, be part of what we want to be part of. And for that reason, I may decide to change this tagline. And again, I'll come back to that in just a moment. What does the picture of me standing next to an airplane have to do with the price of tea in China? It's part of lifestyle. For those of you who know me, I'm a pilot. I used to own a flight school. I attract people that like to do outdoors kinds of stuff. And that's basically the kind of people I like to work with. And it's one of the reasons why I like World Ventures. It's a travel company. I like to travel and I like to do things. So let me just stop for a moment now. Oh, okay. I may have to call Bob, auto detecting. I have an outline up in front of me on another computer, which just decided to go to sleep. And yeah, there it is. So let me just stop for a moment. Let me ask Chris, is everything coming through loud and clear? And are there any questions?
Everything's perfect and no questions so far.
Okay, so let me show you a couple of other fan pages just to give you a couple more visuals of what you want a fan page to look like. One of the people that we know well put up a new fan page yesterday, Janine Johnson. Janine Johnson is a chiropractor, and I just got a note yesterday to please like my new fan page, and I went and I looked at it, and I love this page. This page is clean. Nice picture of Janine. Worked with Dr. So we basically know immediately what she's about. She's about health. Okay. We have an email to get in touch with her. We have a phone number. Yes, the page is perfect. Now, there's one thing that I might say if I were to critique this page. I might say, well, Janine, who's your target audience? And that's the critique that I'm going to give you for my page too. When I say helping you succeed on my page, I haven't really narrowed down my target audience very well. So work with Janine could be anybody on the face of the planet from age 0 months to age 100, 105. Maybe if there's anything I could say about this, maybe Janine might want to tell us who her target audience is, who she's trying to work with. But really a very nice page. I'm going to take us over to Terry Grimau because he did, because it's after all his training that we're following. Picture of Terry, who he is, another nice picture of Terry, helping home business entrepreneurs leverage social media to get free leads and sales. Bam. Who am I? What am I doing? Who's my target audience? My target market is home business entrepreneurs. What do I do with them? I help them leverage social media. Why? To get free leads and sales. Very clean. He's got a video there that you can go watch, and he and Felicia are working together. They have a little symbol, a little logo that made for themselves. Clean, clean, clean. Ray Higdon, just real quick, just a couple more. Hard to tell who Ray Higdon's trying to attract in this picture. He changes his cover quite a bit. But still, it's a nice, clean page with a picture of Ray. I love this page. Adam, so you can go through and look at our favorite peeps and look at what they have. Again, nice, clean page. No pictures of dogs, cats, or grandkids. So enough said. You get the idea. You get the idea. We want the page to be nice and clean, to have a nice cover photo, and to look and to tell people what it is we're trying to accomplish and what we can do for them, and use the tools that Facebook has given us. Now that also means doing a thorough job of filling out your about section. You want people to know where to find you. You want them to know what you're interested in, your short description. You want them to know a little bit about your bio. And here I have my website again, so they can go to my website. They can learn more about me and what am I interested in. I like to travel the world. Da 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 da. Personal interests, email address, etc. So again, you want to fill this stuff out. Because you want people to be able to find you. You're building a business. You know, if you had a hot dog stand on Main Street, you wouldn't put a tent over it and hide the name. You put up a big sign that says Len's Hot Dogs, because you want people to find you. So take advantage. If you haven't done a thorough job of filling up your fan page, go back through it. Look at it all with a critical eye and ask yourself, if the right person that I'm looking for lands on my page, are they going to know what I'm about? Are they going to be attracted to me? Are they going to want to know more about me? Are they going to look at me and say, yeah, I like this guy. I want to learn more about working with him. He might be able to help me get what I want to get. That's what we're trying to achieve. So I'm going to just stop, and I'm going to look at my list of topics to cover. We've covered quite a bit. We have a few more things to do. So there's a few more features that Facebook gives us that we can use. Notice this thing right here. It says sponsor more reps. What is that? Let's click on it and find out. That is an Aweber capture form, so that people, if they were to click on that link, they can go and enter their name and email address and go directly to one of my free offers, which is my 11 Secrets to Sponsoring New Reps Without Alienating Family and Friends ebook. How did that get there? Does anybody have any idea? Well, under your More tab, you have a thing called Manage Tabs. You notice I have a bunch of tabs here. And don't worry about my bunch of tabs. I've been playing around with this stuff for probably nigh on 3 years now or something. But under Manage Tabs, you have the ability to add or remove tabs. You can click on Add or Remove Tabs. And notice I have a bunch of different tabs. I have an AWeber email marketing tab. And guess what that tab you just looked at was? I have an iFrame apps tab. I'm going to show that to you in a moment. I have Perfect Capture Machine. For those of you who have ever been involved in the Jonathan Budd programs, then you'll recognize this Perfect Capture Machine stuff or Perfect Capture tabs. If you don't, that's okay. I'm going to show you briefly how to use this iFrames tabs. So let me go backwards. I'm just going to go to my personal page now. Now pay attention to this. Here's the trick. In the Facebook search bar, I'm going to type HTML, and I'm going to look for the one that says HTML Thunderpenny and click on it. And I'm going to click on Use App. And it's going to give me a page as soon as it loads where I can add a static HTML to a page. If I click on it, and I'm not going to take you past this today. I'm not going to do a training on how to use this app. It's actually quite simple. But notice it gives me a list of Facebook pages I can select, and it only gives me 3 pages here: Adventures in Single Parenting, Conver Water Ski Club, or Len Scuba World. Why is that? Where's Len Mooney? Well, if you think about it just a moment and look back, I already have this app on my Len Mooney page. We saw it a moment ago, so it's already there. So I can't add it there again because I already have it there. But once we click Add Page tab, it will take us through a series of questions and setups where you'll be able to add a page or a link so that people can click on, and I'm going to go back to my fan page, so that people can click on the tab and they can be sent somewhere. So again, I'm not going to give you a training today on HTML, that app. It's actually relatively straightforward to use. And again, I have sponsored more. I have manage tabs here, and you'll see I have the iFrame apps is already there, and I'm already using it for something. Static HTML iframes. I've got different apps here that I've played with over the past. The one I shared with you a moment ago was the AWeber email marketing. And I'm going to be very honest with you here. I put these tabs up so long ago that I actually don't remember the details of how to do it. But if one were to press me and say, Len, help me figure this out, I could do that. The AWeber tab, for example, we would actually go to AWeber and we would look in the AWeber applications section, and they have these applications there, and we simply add the application to our Facebook page. So there are some pretty straightforward, simple ways to do that. So you can put tabs up there that people can click on, and they can become sign-in tabs. They can become capture pages. They can go get additional information by coughing up their email address. So again, another way to get people onto your page and to get them additional valuable information. Now, let me just stop for a minute. And I realize we're about 5 minutes away from the top of the hour. I'm going to probably spill over a few minutes here today, but we're covering a lot of material, and it's going to be, again, the most thorough, complete, total, put a bow on it package of how to use a fan page that we've ever done. So I hope you're getting value. I think it's pretty powerful. Let's talk about what to post on your fan page. And I'm going to be the first to admit that this is a bit of a controversial topic. A lot of people have a lot of opinions. And I'm going to tell you that I started off with a personal page. I didn't start off with a fan page a long time ago. I just had a personal page, and I did everything on my personal page. And over the last, oh, I'm going to say maybe last year or so, I've been gradually moving people to my fan page and doing more and more of my business on my fan page. So, of course, you know that every day I post the Coffee with Len videos. They go up. And what I really hope is that I'm providing value to people. I post links. These things go back. This is a blog post. What determines your success in network marketing? And if you click on this, it takes people back to, in this case, it's a, oh, that's not working very well. It's an AWeber post. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's an AWeber post, but it takes them on back to my blog. And once again, everything points back to your blog. So this is a blog post that I created a couple of days ago. Again, value. I invited people today to join us on Lunch with Len. I used Pick Redirect, and that is an application that we've talked about several times. So I'm not going to talk to you about it today. But notice if I click on this picture, it takes me directly to the login page for the webinar that you are on right now. So what am I doing with the fan page? For the most part, I'm putting up value. Things like brainy quotes, 154 people reached, putting up invites to the webinar, putting up my morning coffee with Len videos, and I'm not going to continue scrolling. You're probably getting busy. So what we're doing is building value with our potential customers and occasionally giving them a link to a webinar or a link to a sales page. Once in a while, I will put a post up here that has a link to a sales page. Once in a while, not very often. And let me share this with you just very briefly. I told you I wasn't going to use Pick Redirect about it, but here's Pick Redirect. We've talked about that in a couple of different trainings, and I've showed you how to use it. So I'm just going to go grab my picks, and one of my picks is a link to my vision workshop. So all I got to do is go grab this thing. I'm going to go just grab the link. It says the link has been copied to the clipboard. Close that. Come back to my page and paste it in. And voila, I have now put up, and I could write something here. So, create a vision with me. Okay, very simple. I can post this. Now, one of the interesting things about posting here, and the reason I'm doing this is I want to show you something. You can schedule posts. So for example, if you want to post 3 times a day, the recommendation is between 3 and 5 times a day. You can get up in the morning and you can schedule several different posts. So if I hit schedule, it'll ask me what time do I want to post this, and I can go ahead and do that. So there you have it. Or I can just click publish. If I click publish, it publishes it right now. And what have I done? I have put up here a link that goes directly to the sales page for my vision workshop. Now, if you scroll down my fan page, you will see, there it is, you will see there's very few of these. Maybe 1 out of every 15 or 20 posts will be a link to a sales page. But for the most part, what's going up on the fan page are links to valuable, what I hope is valuable content. Now, let me talk very briefly about contrasting that with your personal page. And my personal page is not particularly a good example because you're going to see the same thing. There's Lunch with Len up there right now, for example. And I do share my Coffee with Len videos back to my personal page. But my personal page has a lot of other stuff on it too. Bob Miller shares his videos to my page all the time, which is just fine with me. Bob and I share with each other. And a lot of my other stuff is here too. I haven't done, and again, I'm not going to defend this. One could argue I haven't done a clean differentiation between my personal life and my business profile. And quite honestly, there are several reasons for that. And I'll just tell you where my head is at. First off, I didn't start with a fan page. When I started in down this road, and I'm going to say maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, I don't remember when exactly, to be honest, I didn't know what a fan page was. I had no clue what a fan page was. I didn't know how to create one. I didn't know what to do with it. So therefore, I ignored it, and I just went off and started posting on my personal page. Secondly, as many of you know, I don't really have a family. My kids are grown. I'm single. I live alone. I don't have any real, I'm not trying to protect my family, and I'm going to keep all my family activities separate from my business activities. Quite honestly, I don't have that many family activities because my family lives several hundred miles away for the most part. My kids aren't near me. But if I am with my kids and we're doing things, then you'll see a lot of that. But for the most part, I don't have a lot. So I use those two pages almost like they're identical. But I never, ever, ever, well, I shouldn't say that. I probably sometimes do, but I never, ever, ever put links to sales pages up on my personal page. All those go on the fan page, the business page. Why? Once again, Facebook tells you, don't use your personal page for business. Okay. There are two applications I want to bring to your attention. And what I want to do right now is be careful that I don't close out the webinar. I almost clicked the wrong button. For creating these cover pages or these cover photos, I use an application called Canva. I'm just going to put it up here. I'm not going to teach you how to use Canva. We have done Canva multiple times, but there is a link, there is a Facebook cover right there. You can begin to create a Facebook cover. And if I wanted to change the text on my Facebook cover, all I have to do now is go back to Canva. I have to find my uploads, and you're going to find it somewhere in here. I hope somewhere in here. I don't want to spend a lot of time searching for it. Yeah, there's the picture. Nah, that's not the right one. I could find it, search around for it. Anyhow, all I got to do is come in here, and this probably actually is the one I started working with, but I spread it out and etc. and then add text to it, and yeah, that's probably it. I started with that, and then all I got to do is add some text to it, and bingo. And I'm not going to go through all this right now, but you'll probably see me make that change. Why would I make that change? Let's go back to my cover. Helping you succeed. Who? I've always struggled with the word you here. From this first day I put it up, part of my thought process is that I wanted anyone who comes to my page to say, oh, this is for me, but that's really too broad. And I think I actually like Terry Grimal's Home Entrepreneurs or Home Business Entrepreneurs Succeed. I think I'm going to make a change there and try to narrow down the audience and be a little bit more specific about who I want to work with. So that's something I might want to do. And I showed you Pick Redirect a moment ago. So that's something that you might want to take a look at. It enables you to put up pictures that people can then click on, and it'll take them somewhere. Now, let's go one step further. Let's go very quickly. We're not going to, we have done extensive trainings on Facebook advertising, but the key to your fan page is this: create ads. It's loading my ad account, and promote my page. Now, here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, why is there an advantage to working with a fan page? If you notice on your personal page, when you post, most of your friends don't see your post. It's estimated that between 5 and 10% of your friends actually see your post. And you don't have any control over that. Facebook decides who sees your post. You don't. However, on your fan page, you can promote your page. You can do two things. And I actually should have gone somewhere else first. I apologize. I want to come back to this ads. Come on, page. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Create an ad. Create ads. Because the first type of ad you want to create I did it right. Is promote your page. You want to create basically a likes campaign. You want people to come like your page. So you want to promote your page. And once we go into the promote my page, and we're not going to do a training on promoting our page. I'm going to wrap this up in the next 3 to 4 minutes. But once we go into this, then we're going to be able to select the audience we want. And for the most part, we're going to want English-speaking countries and et cetera, et cetera. We can select our age group, and we can go into interests and behaviors. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to attract people to liking our page. And as I said before, we've done multiple trainings on Facebook advertising, so I don't want to go into this right now. And if anybody wants to take another romp through the playground of Facebook ads, I'm certainly willing to do it again. And we might end up doing it again as part of this whole going back through all of Terry's stuff anyhow. So going back through the social media blueprint. So once again, back to the fan page. So there are two things we want to do, and the fan page gives us the ability to do this. One is to promote our page so that we can get more fans. We can continue to build our fan base. And the folks that are truly the experts in Facebook advertising, such as Michelle and Bill Pescasolido, which, by the way, are doing the Wednesday night webinar tomorrow night, but they recommend that you have a likes campaign running all the time, always trying to attract people to your page, get more people to like your page. And the reason for that is that now I can go up and I can put an ad like this up, and I can boost the ad. And by boosting the ad, I can target it to people who like my page. So that's like saying, over in your friends page, that's like saying, hey, I want all of my friends to see this post that I'm putting up. Facebook, please show it to all of my friends. You don't have a way to do that. But on your fan page, you have a way to do that. You can tell Facebook to show this post to the people that like my page. And yes, it costs money. Guess what? Facebook is a publicly traded company. That's one of the ways they have figured out how to get into your wallet. They want your money. So the other thing that I wanted to mention today, and for those of you who aren't familiar with how to do it, we did a complete training last Thursday on Lunch with Len. I'm going to come off the screen share now. Let me shut up and come off the screen share so that I don't click the wrong buttons. As those of you who are familiar with me know, I'm very good at clicking the wrong buttons. So I'm going to close Facebook, close Canva, and I'm going to stop the share. And you've got my ugly face, my beautiful face back. Now, last Thursday, we covered this extremely important topic. If you have people like your fan page frequently, they are not your friend already. If they are not your friend, you cannot send them a message. The message will go to their other folder. And you go, other folder? What in the hell is that? Well, exactly. Very few people even know they have another folder, let alone ever go look at it. So you don't want to send messages to their other folder. How do you get around it? You use your cell phone. And there are a couple apps that you want to have on your cell phone. One of them is the Facebook Pages Manager app. And if you don't have that on your cell phone, you want to have it. And if you don't know how to use it, you want to look at last Thursday's Lunch with Len, because we did a whole training on how to use your cell phone to communicate with the likes on your fan page. That was what last Thursday's training was all about. So because you want to do that, you're running these likes campaigns. People are coming liking your page. You want to suck them in. You want to say, hey, Jonathan, thanks for liking my page. Now I'm going to make an assumption the assumption is that when Jonathan likes your page, you click over and you find Jonathan and you find his page and you find something about Jonathan you can connect to. Hey, Jonathan, thanks for liking my page. I see you're into home-based business also. What do you do? And you always end with a question. Ask a question, get them to engage with you. That way, you're opening the communication. I don't have anybody to talk to. You have a fan page. You can run likes campaigns. You can attract the right kinds of prospects to your fan page. You can send them a message. You can communicate with them. You can open the conversation just as if you were standing in Starbucks saying, hey, I saw you here the other day. You come here often? What do you do? Really? Wow. Let me tell you a little bit about what I do. You might be interested in it. Bam, you have somebody to talk to. And if you want to put an ad in front of all of your fans, Facebook has cleverly given you a way to do that. They've charged you a few pennies for it, but if you look at the price, it's not really very expensive at all. So that basically is it. That's a complete romp through how to use your fan page. Now, in romping through things like Pick Redirect and Canva and those things, I mean, we've sort of skipped over them. We've said they're out there. You can use them. Again, we have done trainings on all of those things. So if there's anybody out there who wants to see a training on Pick Redirect or on how to use Canva, just hit me up. Let me know. I can send you to the right thing. Or go to YouTube and look at hashtag Lunch with Len. So I've created a whole group of these videos out there, and they're all out there, and most of them have titles. Chris wants to go skydiving. Hey, I've done that, Chris. I love to jump. I've got 2 jumps. I'm serious. Anybody want to put a little group together and we'll all go jump out of an airplane? I'll go with you. I love it. Now, I can't go for another maybe couple weeks. As many of you know, we've got this minor little left hip issue, but I actually love to jump. So, barring any other questions, comments, I'm trying to read through this comment thread now. All right. I don't see any real questions. I just see. Does anybody have any questions now?
I did not about the tab.
Say that.
I didn't know about the tabs.
Again, say again, Chris.
Hold on.
I'm getting every other word come through.
Is that better?
Yes.
I didn't know anything about the tabs, so you need to do an intensive training on that.
Oh, we can do that. We can certainly do that. There's lots of ways to put tabs up there, and okay, I'll put that on my agenda of things to do.
Cool.
But meanwhile, give it a try. If you do what I told you, HTML and then the Thunder Penny one, if you just follow it through, I think you'll be able to figure it out. Or go to the Aweber App Store for the Aweber ones. But I'll go back in, and as I said, I put those up so long ago. I do not remember exactly what's required, but I think that it's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. So anybody else have any questions, comments? I hope you got value out of that. I think that was a really comprehensive look at fan pages, how to use them, and how to make them better, and how to make them work for you. So I'm watching the chat. I'm going to give it about another 30 seconds, and we're going to continue on next week on Thursday. And again, I'm as many of you know, I'm sort of broadly following the outline of Social Media Blueprint, but the training you got today was pretty enhanced over what Module 5 or Module 6, whatever it is in that training has. We've covered a lot of detail here. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or etc., hit me up in the Facebook group Lunch with Len, or connect with me personally. Otherwise, I'm going to hit stop broadcast. Thank you all for attending. Let me look who all's out here. Again, Dennis, welcome aboard, buddy. I don't know you, but hopefully we're connected. connect with me. Shoot me a friend request if we're not already. Rick, good to see you on board again, buddy. And Larry, did Larry go away? I guess he had something else to do. He was here earlier. So, Chris, thanks for your help. Michael, good to see you again. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop broadcast. And you folks have a wonderful day. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye for now.